is this edge design featuring double crochets and chains. The longer you grow it, the more you're going to see a ruffle effect. On this video, I'll teach you how to do the Filet Ruffle Edge. I'll be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. Okay, so for this design, we're going to start with the foundation chain that's a multiple of 4. In my case, I have 16 chains. We're going to begin with the foundation row. So we're going to skip the first chain and into the next do a single crochet. So just a single crochet into the second chain from the foundation chain. And then you want to do 1 single crochet into each chain all the way down. So 1 single crochet per chain, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, this here is the end of the foundation row. Now we're going to move on to row 1. For row 1, you're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet and a chain 1, and flip your work. You're going to skip the first 2 stitches, and into the next, you're going to do a double crochet. And now we're going to begin the repeat. The repeat starts by chaining 1, skipping 1 stitch, and into the next doing a double crochet. And this is what you want to do all the way down. You chain 1, skip 1, into the next double crochet. Do this all the way to the end, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, this here is the end of row 1. You'll finish off by doing that last double crochet into the last stitch. Now we're going to move on to row 2. You're going to chain 4. 1, 2, just chain 3. Chain 3, flip your work. We're going to be doing a double crochet into the second double crochet. So skip the first double crochet, the chain 1, and into the next double crochet, a double crochet. Now for the repeat, you chain 1, skip the chain 1, and into the double crochet, do a double crochet. And this is what you want to do all the way down. Chain 1 and do a double crochet into the next double crochet. Continue doing this to the end, and I'll see you when you're done. The very end, you're actually going to finish by doing your last double crochet into the second of the turning chain. So into the second chain is where you're going to place your last double crochet. That there is the end of row 2. Now we're going to do row 3, 4, and 5 by repeating row 2. So just repeat row 2 3 more times, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, I just did row 2 3 more times. So this here would be the end of row 5. We're going to move on to row 6. You're going to start with a chain 3 and flip your work. We're going to create double crochets 2 together, and we're going to do that across the next 2 double crochets. So across these 2, you're going to create a double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, go into that next double crochet and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, and stop right there. Then you're going to yarn over, go into the next double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's your double crochet 2 together. Now you're going to continue doing this. You're going to continue doing double crochets 2 together across the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and same for the next one, yarn over, into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all the loops. Once again, you're going to do that into the next 2 stitches. Into this very last one, we're just going to create the last 2 going into the same stitch that you just went into, and then into the second chain of the turning chain. So into the same stitch, do your first leg of the double crochet 2 together, and now into the second chain of the turning chain. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And so if you had a larger piece than me, you'd start seeing these like ruffles. I don't have very much, but I have 1 ruffle here. If your piece is longer, then it's going to start cinching it up and creating little ruffles. Let's move on to row 7. we're going to chain 1 and flip your work. You're going to do a single crochet into each stitch all the way to the end. So just 1 single crochet into each of the chains, or of the stitches, sorry. And the last one's going to be into the 3rd of the turning chain. And now for the last row, row 8, you're going to chain 1, flip your work, and do 1 single crochet into each of the stitches all the way to the end. And if you want to do this edge a little bit thicker, then you can repeat row 8 a few more times. And then you can go ahead and cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. So again, because I don't have very many stitches, you're not really seeing the full effect. But if you have more, like if you have a wider edge, then these are kind of ruffles. These will like cinch up a little bit because they're wider at the bottom and then they cinch up at the top. So the more you make of these, the more you're going to start seeing like ruffle effect. Now you can go ahead and cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. Okay guys, here's my small sample. It's not very much. You're going to have to make it a lot wider, or a lot longer, sorry, so that you can start seeing the ruffle effect. I just made like one little ruffle, but the more you grow it, the more it's going to be doing that. And you've got the, the fillet look because you got all those like double crochets and the spacing in between. So the longer you grow it, the more you'll see the full effect. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.